That's interesting here, though, is Ken Miller is a Christian, and he is one of the co-discoverers, if not the discoverer, of Chromosome 2 and its relationship to our primate ancestors. Now, what's interesting here is that um, that was one of the turning points for me. See, initially, without realizing it, I listened to Kent Hovind's seminars when I was a teenager, and and had a lot of anti-evolution sentiment. I had the same exact statements about it that you are giving now, Christian Hillbilly. But the main components that turned me in my investigations into it, once I actually gained an open mind and started to investigate it, was chromosome 2 and endogenous retroviruses. Those two things are the main components in what made me realize that there are, in fact, evidences for our direct relationship with primates. Now, if you don't understand or haven't read the argument for chromosome 2 or endogenous retroviruses, then obviously you won't understand that there are, in fact, evidences to our direct relationship with them, and that we have paleontological evidence for it as well. The information is out there. You can look at it. Now, what I want to know from you, Christian Hillbilly, since you said that there is no evidence for evolution, um, what I would well, what you most especially qualified was from the transition to primate to us, which is still a primate in evolutionary terms. I would like to know what your argument against chromosome 2, since you apparently know what it is, in your statement that there is no evidence for evolution.
Well, sir, have I studied up on this so-called chromosome 2 or retroviruses and things like that? No, but I could, and I could come up with a creationist answer to each and every one of those things. It would be not a difficult situation to do at all. But unfortunately, I have not studied up on that, so I can...
Now, my question to you, Christian Hillbilly, is how, speaking of lag, how, Christian Hillbilly, can you say that there is no evidence when one of the main driving evidences for evolution is ignorant to you, or that you are ignorant to it? How can you really qualify yourself with that statement, and then such a simple evidence as chromosome 2 is unknown to you? That's my question. How can you make that comment, there's no evidence for it, when you haven't investigated the evidence, or at least the most compelling of the evidence?
Well, sir, again, I've investigated evidences right and left, and I've never run across anything that's shaken my faith in the fact that in the beginning God created. And once I finally do address this particular bit of information, chromosome 2 or retroviruses or anything else, I'll find a creationist answer that points to the fact that this is not something that proves evolution. As a matter of fact, it'll point to the fact that there is a creator.
Okay, and Christian Hillbilly...
Actually, Christian Hillbilly, what you're going to do is run to Answers in Genesis and try and find out some bullshit that they put together.
Okay, Christian Hillbilly, I want you to do that. Actually, I want you to make a YouTube video. And have you registered on the forum I have? Because if you have, I want you to post it there too, so that we can review it. Because I would like to know what your explanation is, because myself, I obviously didn't have any creationist concept that I could come up with, because I was in fact a young earth creationist, and that's what the turning point was. In fact, the main authorities on young earth creationism, Ken Ham, Kent Hovind, these individuals, they haven't come up with any explanation for it either, because it's just, once you understand it, I am really interested to know what your reaction is, because I want to know if it's similar to mine or not. I really am genuinely interested. I want you to know that. So do you want me to send you a link for the forum so you can post it there? You can post YouTube videos on it. All you have to do is post the last code, the little alphanumerical code at the very end after the equal sign. You post that in the little snippet, and I'll send you the URL for the forum, because I would really like to see your reaction and how you reflect on the information, because I haven't actually seen another young earth creationist actual reaction to this information other than my own. So.
Well, certainly, I'd be happy to. Go ahead and send me the link, sir.